know what is foreshortening?
I'm giving a visual answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at Jessica. Here, hold on. Hold your hand up. I'm going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What's foreshortening? What is it? Can you put words on it? Can you describe it?
This is an object on the plane, and it gets distorted, or not distorted, but different as it's coming towards you. Shapes are not as they appear.
Right?
Hand, right? Hand. We all know what a hand looks like.
Hand.
Look at the shape of my fingers. They don't look like fingers.
So foreshortening really means, like, I was just thinking about this with the word, because normally, right, Jessica, can you hold up your fingers again like that? So normally, so for means forward, right? It's coming at you. And shortening means notice as things come at you, how much the length shortens, right? So if she puts her hand up like this, put your hand straight up. Look at how long the fingers are. And when she pushes towards you, look at how short everything becomes as it goes away from you. Do you notice that? So I think that's actually, it's funny. Thank you, Jessica.
You can all do it with your pencils or charcoal sticks too.
Yeah.
Hold it up and then slowly towards you.
Yeah, and you'll see. So foreshortening, and I like this term because, normally drawing terms aren't that specific. But in this particular case, I feel like that really describes what's happening. So the front of her, well, there are two things happening actually in this picture. One is that the photographer is obviously standing kind of over the model a bit, but also the front of her body is coming towards us. The back of her body is going away from us. So believe it or not, this is actually a pretty easy, okay, I won't say it's easy. I'm going to say it's a very manageable thing to do. So, but for the moment, we'll start with, as usual, our 1 minute. I'm just going to start with a pencil like you guys, although I will do the demo in charcoal today. So as usual, here, and let me sketch it in here so you can see it. Right, here's the kind of shoulder girdle and the arms. Head is like this, head and neck are like this. Torso is like this. Yeah. That's like really, oh yes, and then the hips, right? So that's really the gesture. So if I'm going to sketch this, just simply here, the gesture is here. Yes, I know I have to go through a hand to kind of do it on this side. That's okay. And then there's the head. I totally didn't give myself enough room. Here's the torso, here's the back, except I did, as we're going to learn, right foot, front leg, back leg. That's the gesture. And then, as usual, once you kind of learn the trick to foreshorten poses, you will actually prefer them. You will come to prefer them. You will see that there's such a logic to them. There's such a neat little bag of tricks that you'll be like, why could I do anything? Why would I do anything differently? You'll find it very straightforward, I guess. So there's this kind of tin can in a V. Here's the waist. Here's the hips, knees, ankles. I didn't say it would be pretty. Just said I would get it done there. There we go. Gesture. Maybe. There we go. So try it yourself, and then we'll talk about how to break this down into pieces that are easy to manage. Maybe I will stick with pencil. But no, I like Annika. You really want to try charcoal, right?
No, it doesn't matter. I'll do pencil. It'll be stupid if
I don't know. Let's see. We'll see how let's see how it goes. Here, hold on. Let me call up our 1 minutes. Okay, here we. I'm really undecided this morning. I'm just like, meh.
Let's do pencil.
That's all right. I think that's what we'll do. Let's see. Here we are. Only nude models, both male and female, adult, all the same length. 60 seconds. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Let's go. Oh. First one is always rough. Well, this lady is kind of weird looking in a cool way. She's obviously anorexic. There we go. Yeah, I actually think the study of foreshortening kind of makes it clear how you have to understand the rules more. You have to know things to make it easier to draw. And it's kind of obvious that you can't solve this problem. Your left brain is sort of quicker to give up because it's just like, yeah, I don't know what to do here. I can't do this. What the hell are you people doing to me? Actually, in truth, all poses have a little foreshortening always happening. So that's the other kind of fun thing about dealing with it. That pose looks like it feels good. Is Simon back to his regular figure drawing? Jess, are you doing that?
I haven't been going. I haven't done anything.
Oh, you've been that busy.
I've been like feeling off kilter.
You said it. Well, you know what? I made decisions based on that thing. I'm definitely not going to cancel classes for a month at any point because I think it messes with people.
Well, here's the weird thing about it. Like some of the reason I had to miss drawing, and I actually missed a few. My friend Beth had a figure drawing thing on Wednesday and I was going to go and I couldn't, like, last minute. Some of it has been life interfering,
Right.
like with my kid or with school meetings for her. So it hasn't been me just like not doing it because I'm just not feeling like it. I actually like wanted to go, but I've had schedule conflicts.
Right.
So there's been that. I have felt off kilter, which is I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, last weekend was a little bit weird. And then
I think it's October. I think October messes with people. I think as that transition really is a weather transition, and also a kind of the kids get busy. Everybody gets busier. Like there's more demand.
Yeah. And I went into the office on Wednesday and I was wiped out. And then it's Daya's only day off from dance, and I was supposed to go to Beth's thing and I couldn't. And then Tuesday I was supposed to go to Simon's thing and I couldn't because just schedule conflicts. But now I've gotten to the point where, and it started last night, I feel, Leah, I know that you will relate to this. If I do not paint or do something related to painting for me, it's not a very long time. Like it doesn't take long for this to happen.
7 days.
I start feeling wrong inside. And it's like bad. And sometimes you can't differentiate. Do I feel very off because I haven't been painting? Or do I feel very off because work was really busy today? That kind of thing.
Exercise. It's like exercise. If you doing it, you quickly run out of the habit of doing it. And then it gets harder to get back in, but yet it's
not even that, because I'm set up. I've literally had an open oil painting palette out for a week and a painting that's just ready to go. I can sit down and start painting anytime I want. I've just had things going on, and I feel it's almost like I have to do it. And if I don't do it, it builds up inside me and I start feeling wrong, like weird wrong. And it's not a self-pressure thing, because I'm really good at kicking back and doing nothing.
Right.
I'm very good at that. It's just like, it's, I don't know how to describe it. I don't feel right.
What you mean? I know what you mean.
Yeah, I start getting out of balance if I don't paint.
But I really feel it's a habit, right? It's a habit, and you have to feed the habit. Otherwise, the habit, it's the
so like an addiction, right? So feed the habit
in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah, I start feeling out of balance and I start feeling like weird about life. And then I started realizing, it's because I haven't painted last night.
Do you two ever feel that way? I'm curious to know if our other students ever feel that way. If you feel kind of weird if you don't do art.
I feel weird all the time. No,
weird all the time.
Yeah. Me too.
No, I don't. Yeah, I miss it. I mean, I like it. It's good for me. But I haven't. No, I don't think I've been in it long enough to get those.
Right.
I feel
like I feel unbalanced emotionally if I don't paint. It's very weird. Yeah.
I had a big break in between possibility when I could paint whenever I wanted, and basically motherhood basically interfered. But honestly, it's like if I don't do this at least once a week with you guys, or for instance, if I don't find one moment for writing, whatever I basically just jolt my thoughts, I feel like I'm not doing anything good for me.
You feel bad. You start to feel bad. Yeah.
I feel like I'm just letting myself down, and it has the potential ways to spiral.
Right.
So it is well-being, basically.
Jessica, doesn't she describe those feelings very well? I have to say,
really, it is hard with kids, though. It really is. Like that's a whole other thing.
I mean, I got used to it, but at the very beginning, when I had really literally no time, because he was basically breastfeeding every hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I was constantly with a bundle, of joy attached. It took really heavy toll on my brain. And,
totally.
I didn't enjoy nursing, and I know that's like moms aren't supposed to say that. I didn't enjoy it because I couldn't do anything.
You can't
else.
say anything with me, honestly.
No, I didn't enjoy it, and I actually, like for her, my daughter's like health benefits, it was good. And I did nurse as long as I could, but I was back at work 6 weeks after she was born. And, you know, your body needs to be in a rhythm with it. And even pumping at work I lost my milk. So, but when I was
the story
nursing,
of many friends.
Yeah, you just can't, no matter what you do, you can't keep it up. But I found it like, as much as I wanted to do that and do that healthy choice for my child, and she got it for about 3 months, for about three months.
Jesus, I have to.
It was so boring. It's so boring.
I did it for 2 years, and believe me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah.
It
so boring.
was really a lot. I mean, that had a good moment when he was falling asleep, when we could watch some, television. But
but when the dishes need to be done, and you can't do anything else, or you really need to take a shower,
it's important. Doing something like painting.
You can't. I couldn't even read a book because you needed both. Like I couldn't, and that was back before like Kindles and stuff. Like there were no electronic books. So I mean, if that had been the case, I would have done it. But I couldn't do anything that required the use of my hands.
Yep.
Exactly. Oh, it's so boring. Leah is thinking, I am so glad I never dealt with that.
Motherhood takes away from you, Emma, which I know you know.
Oh, hi, Emma.
Takes away.
Hi, Emma.
All right, everybody. So let's get to it, shall we?
Yeah.
Anybody want to share any of their sketches? Anybody have good sketches they want to do with my sketches?
I'm gonna share because this week they look like sketches.
I feel like I didn't finish anything. I was like, I'm moving slow this morning, which is, we had sort of big poses, a lot of big poses, but here. I was like, here's a couple of mine, but I didn't.
Oh, Leah, you're not spotlighted for it. Let's see.
I'm not.
Okay. No, it's the draw. I want to see your drawing.
Hold on. Oh, why I am spotlighted, but on spotlight, I'll remove and start again. Let's try it again. There we go. Here,
there it is.
Thread. I set it across the thread too, so you can see them. I didn't finish anything, but I do like, like nobody had anybody. There's just little thread.
Leah, those two on the right, in the upper right corner, and then if you go diagonally down, those two, those are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Up at the top. That one. Yep, that one, and then that one. Yeah. I love those two. Beautiful.
Because you notice, like, it's really just gesture. I couldn't even get to the point of filling them out. But that's why the gesture is key, because it kind of finishes things in a weird way, even though we don't think of them. So somebody else send yours across. I'd love to see where everybody else is today. Not because, remember, I see, you've done it. Annika, very nice. Anik, nice. It's not because these should be perfect. It's actually because they shouldn't be. I'm just curious. I think it shows kind of where our mental state is in the moment. All right. So for those of you who took this class last year, you might remember we actually did a similar pose when we talked about foreshortening with a model, with this same model. So one of the things that I like to do when I'm starting out dealing with a foreshortened pose is I actually split it up into two shapes. I'm like, there's this shape, right? There's kind of what's in front. Yes, I know I've kind of cut through her elbow there. That's important too. There's like this shape that's in front. And then there's the shape that's in the back, right? So this is the upper body and this is the lower body. It's hard to see it. They gave me the wrong thing here. Let's see. They gave me the shiny paper, which is hard to draw on. Oh, wait, I have a silver. Hold on. Here we go. So you've kind of got like, we'll do it like this, right? We've got this, we've got the front part of the body here, and then we've got the back part of the body here. And what do we immediately observe? We immediately observe that the upper torso, the waist up, is huge compared to the back. If you notice, look at this, which is not what we're used to thinking about, right? Because we're used to thinking that the legs and sometimes the legs, you know, are at least the same height as what's happening here. But because they're further back, they are shortened. They're made smaller. So we're going to start by establishing, using our general rules. Let's see. Nice, Emma. Beautiful. We're going to start by kind of creating, using our regular rules. We're going to use the head. It's about from here to here. I know you can't totally see it, but.
Are you doing this in charcoal, Leah, or pencil?
The vote was pencil, but do you want me to do, I guess my question is, I don't know.
No, that's fine. I just because I've been out of the loop, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did charcoal last week. I would say do what you want. I'll do pencil because this is a kind of complex thing. How does that? And then that makes it simple. But I was really undecided. The reason I'm like, Emma, is because I'm really undecided about it. Part of me wants to do charcoal and part of me wants to do pencil. But anyways, this is a complex subject. So I'll go back to charcoal next week. Or maybe even move you onto ink, just so you all can see a demo in ink, which is my favorite way to do this. So I'm actually starting. Where's my second pen? I'm counting the head here, and I can see 1, 2. It's like 1.5 heads. I'm actually going to start by defining my head, which is pretty big here, and then going up 1 head to find the top of the body, and then going down about 1/2 a head to define the lower body. So once again, I'm still finding that vertical distance, right? I'm still finding that vertical distance using my head. So defining my head, which is right here. The head kind of starts and stops. Let me actually also take a picture of this so you guys can really see it. Right? We don't start anything without measuring. We've got measured. Then I'm going to use this distance to kind of figure out how far across, or maybe even just the head, to figure out. It's like 1.5 heads on this side and 1.5 heads on this side. So I can take the head here. Actually, I can come from here to here because this is 1.5 heads. I can come here, measure that here. And then I can come here and do that here. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm kind of creating the bounds of my envelope. It's almost a rectangle, not quite. Probably about where she is. And then we go kind of down. Up like that. So that's kind of my first, here, I'll draw the line down here. That right? Yeah. So let's start with that envelope of shape. If you don't get this, it's going to be a lot harder. Nobody likes to do this until you realize how much harder it is. I guess that's the other thing that's great about foreshortening. No one has any illusions. They know what's going on. You're like, yeah, I need help. I'll take whatever help I can get. Here, hold on. I'm trying to keep this straight. I'll send a picture.
I must say, I'm very disappointed we're not doing that picture with the feet.
Oh, I forgot about that. Was that on Line of Action?
I think so.
All right, I'll see if I can find it. I just forgot. Sorry, I've had the busiest week of my career, my life in the year. I had 2 art shows open. Anyway, as you can tell, I can barely speak today.
I don't really mean it. I just, at some point, I would quite like to do that.
Okay, let's try it. We'll try it for sure. I'm just like, I have no idea. Maybe, Emma, I was thinking we might save that for like the end of the year, like super perspective challenges, right? Like once we go through, we might do a month of portraits and then go back to like picking sort of challenging human figures and trying them. That might be fun. All right. Can't seem to, what if I, there we go. What if I did that? Huh. It's a little bit, yeah, there. Crooked for me, but right for you guys. So let me see that. Anyway, let's keep it in mind and keep reminding me. I do want to do it. Here. There we go. Yeah. So that's this kind of front area. And then, well, I'll wait till I see it. Feel like I don't. Let's see. Yeah, it's funny. The shape doesn't feel the same to me, but I think, oh, I bet it's down here. That's it. It's a little too high. So when you've got this, show me this, then we'll go on to creating this box. Let's see. Okay. Anik, yeah, I'm double checking. Hold on, I'm going to check 1, 2. So Anik, come up here instead of a cross. Believe it or not, if you look here, you'll see.
Yeah, I see that it's not really like.
This line doesn't look right. What is it? And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
The envelope helps. Can you all start to see the geometricness of her shapes? I'm going to add them in. Look at this. Annika, I'm going to tell you the same thing. Look here. Okay, so Annika, you need to bring, if you'll notice this line, about one head width, and yours is coming in here. So bring it out just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Also notice that the elbow, the elbow that's on our left is higher up than the hand here. It's not lined up.
Okay.
Good job. Awesome. All right. And then once you've got that sketch out, right, now we're going to sort of size up the back. So I'm going to start by taking this line and look, it's literally from the top to the bottom, it's almost the entire length of the body. Can you see that? I'm going to do that again. Almost. Interesting, isn't it? Here, wait, let me scoot her a little bit this way so you can really see it. So if I come here, oh, and I'm also, this isn't also straight. If I come here and I go out from here, out, oops, I almost, damn it. So goddamn annoying. You can't quite like fit everything in here. From here, if I go like this and I come out here, this is where her foot ends. Look, I almost missed it. Can you guys see that? I got right to the edge of the page. I probably pushed her a little bit too this way, but that's okay. Oh, I kind of did. I think I might move her a little bit. I think I might move everything just a little bit over. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this just so I have that space. Notice how I'm doing this in pieces and keeping everything in the same places. Okay. Yep. But that's why we measure. There you go. Your teacher just showing you why you need to measure. Because if you don't have room to finish your drawing. Okay. Okay, that wasn't so hard. See, I don't think. And now I can take this and come here. There we go. So here is the end. So that's part of it. The other thing I can do is kind of check my measurement here. I can see that it's a little bit less than the head from her waist to the top. So I can come here and see that this is kind of where the body interacts, where that waist is, it interacts in relation to the head. And then I can sketch out. Notice kind of how far up. So everything is kind of contained in this and that spot, in this envelope of shape. Let's see, Emma. Ooh, I like this line that you put in here. Very nice. Emma, this is definitely too, I think this is too far. Hold on. Double check. Maybe I'm not, maybe not. Oh, no, maybe it's not. So I think you need to extend a little bit out on this side, Emma. If you look here, you'll see that this side is pretty much the equal to this side. I also think your line is too up here. It should be lower, that diagonal. Just a little bit. I'll be right back, you guys. I have to check on the beast.
What is that cat doing, Leah?
He was outside in his catio and it started to rain. So he was like, oh, like, it's just chicken wire. So you can see him going, oh my God.
Oh, the world is ending. Hermes gets rained on. It's pretty funny. Poor kitty.
Yeah. Yeah. Although he kind of likes it in wool. Just kind of, yes. He kind of finds it fascinating, you know, like the way a kitten would. Everything is fascinating. I'm sure, Emma, you're finding this with your new little babies. Even though they're kind of older now, they're still like, everything is fascinating to them. Here, let me take a picture of this. Once again, I need to. So it's these envelopes we start with. I know it seems weird, but like once you get it, you're like, oh my God, this is so much better. It does so much of the work for me. I think the envelope might be my favorite. Okay. One, two. Here's looks too thin to me in the back. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. So number one, you've got this going way, you've got this like down here. This is the feet are just a little bit below, but also look at the 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit less steep. So make it a little bit, make this a little bit wider here.
Yeah.
Have room for everything.
I'll try.
I know it's really a mind bender, isn't it? No, 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 no. Will we ever get to see what you're working on, Jessica?
When it's done, but I need to get it done like soon because the whole point of me doing this painting is to enter a contest.
Awesome.
So
be here to help you show up.
Thanks. I'm so behind on it.
That's a great place to be. It's a super motivator. No, that like.
Well, yeah, like I kind of want I want to win because it's art supplies. It's like an art supply prize. I want $350 in art supplies. Kidding? And also I looked at the entries last night and there aren't that many of them. And they're, I mean,
okay, so
I think I can place. Let's just put it that way.
That looks pretty good, Annika. That looks pretty good. All right, you guys ready to start actually sketching? So if you remember, let's see. I'm gonna bring my head up a little bit. One, two. So if you remember, the head is about a half, it's not quite here. It's sort of here. And there's not much we can, actually in truth, I'm probably going to be thinking about the negative space before I'm even really fully thinking about the head. So let me sketch out what that looks like. Right? That looks like that. The negative space. Picture number 1. Come on, kitty. Don't be a jerk.
Is that Hermes?
Yeah, he's being a brat. Come on. He's like, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. We know it's on this side of the line. I know that this comes down here. I'm a big believer in doing the easy things first. I know that this kind of comes up here like this, and then down like that. That looks pretty good. We'll see. And then over here, right? We've got almost this crazy triangle. This is where foreshortening is where I think we're more willing to let go of our idea about how things are. Oh, honey, come on. Do I have to put you in?
Oh.
Oh God, now he's up here. He's on the table.
Of course he is.
Hello, sweetheart. I know.
How's Mooka? What's she doing?
Oh, she's just eternally, sleeping and pissed off by him. In fact, I may have to move him into I'll be right back. He's obviously, well, maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Often when I'm teaching at this time of day, he starts breaking things if he can't. He really does.
What a little asshole.
I mean, I love him, but such an asshole. So can you guys see how I'm starting to kind of sketch this out? I'm not, because the face is so obscured. Oh, the geometrics of this are so much fun. Let's see. There's shape. Here's shape number 2. When Janet Roberts was here last week, she took, I gave her this wooden sculpted chicken that has been in the house, the rental house that we have for a long time. And she just sent a picture of it. I'm going to share it with you guys. It's so awesome. She just sent a picture of it. Oh, don't tell me I can't share it. There we go. No. In her studio. It's huge. She somehow stuffed it in her bag. It was great to see her.
It fit on the plane?
It did. It fit in her bag.
In her bag on the plane? Wow.
Backpack on the plane.
She must have really wanted that chicken.
Yeah. Oh, somehow I can't seem to get the chicken. Oh, let's see. All right.
Are you able to share it, Leah?
I'm trying to pull it off she sent it on a message thread and. Okay, hang on. Maybe I need to do this first. My phone.
You want me to have her send it to me? I could share it pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't know why it's being problematic, but it is.
Let me text her.
No.
Leah can't share the chicken. Send it to me.
Get this first.
Oh.
Stop it. Stop it. Being pathetic. There we go. Here it is. I'm about to send it. Okay, hang on. Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah, he's just full of vim and vigor in the morning. He's all about. Here it is. Here's where the chicken spirit animal now lives. All right. How's everybody doing?
That chicken. That's really funny. It looks great next to Frida.
Yeah. The chicken spirit animal. Here's what this should be looking at it about this time. By the way, in Drawing Made Easy, we're working in ink these days. So if anybody is excited about that prospect, you feel free to jump in. Damn it, where is my, here it is. Okay. Now I've got, now I'm going to kind of carve out the other side. So in here, there's like this little bit of breast and then a step down. I don't exactly know that I have this. Nope, definitely I don't have that in the right place. I'll start at the bottom and go up. So there's this kind of thing. And then there's, there we go, that's easier. So see how we're sort of, it just feels completely wrong. I know everything's in, and don't worry, I have another picture of this for when we get into more details. So as we start to sketch this out, nope, my angle is completely wrong there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So this is what happens. You get, when I do a big art show, I get really tired. You're gonna get a lot more mistakes out of me, which is good. All right, here we go. There. Original line, much better. Yeah, even so. It's not about getting it right the first time. It's about trying it. And then there we go. That looks better. I can really tell because of my envelope that I've drawn here, I can see this shape really helps me get this shape. Thank God for negative space. It's God's gift to drawers.
That's true.
Isn't it? It's like
I always use it, like constantly.
Ever happen if you can get your mind around it. I always feel like when we're drawing, particularly something like this that's complex, we're like taking things apart and putting them back together again in a different way, right? So sometimes we're paying attention to the shapes around things. Other times, not so much. So let me sketch this. And then I'm gonna slow down here and let you guys catch up. So although if you're going faster and you think you know what to do, go ahead, go for it. But I'm going to send this. Hey, Anik, I assume, but also notice, by the way, that we're starting to get kind of shape in this funky, we're starting to get this feeling of that twisted shape. Anik, I was just checking in. Is Natalia okay?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't seen her in the office. Okay. I was thinking to contact.
Okay. If you check in with her, just let me know like how she's doing. Not to just, I just was.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
I know she's had something going on and I don't really know what it is, and it's not really my business, but you know, one worries.
Mhm. I get that.
How's it going, everybody?
It's weird.
If you're struggling, send it over. If you're cruising, send it over. I'm appreciating the intensity of this group. By the way, Emma, I just wanted you to know that we got so many people in the European beginning drawing class that Reuters sponsored for Mental Health Week. It was great.
How many?
Like 15, and they were from every.
Oh, I gave it because I did give it a plug in some session.
Yes, I know you did. You did good. I wanted to let you know. We got a lot. We had people from Mexico. We had people from Bucharest. I think we had somebody from Palestine. We had like really wonderful, a couple people from London, you know what I mean? Like everywhere. Like we had people from all kinds of places we've been trying to reach. So
are they going to come back?
I hope so. They'd seem to. Let's see, Annika. So Annika, I want you to start by looking at this line here. So from here, can you see it's like a little bit smaller than the whole head?
Okay.
So that is where you want to start with this shape.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, you're a little bit, I can see why you're doing this. This is really a straight up and down line.
Oh, okay. I just moved it. I thought it wasn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it is. It is. It is. I had it slightly, I'm having a problem trying to get this to go straight because when I put it straight for you, it looks good to me, and then I can't. Obviously, as you can see, I'm having issues this morning. So there we go. That's what it is. And then Emma, let's see. Emma, I feel like your drawing has really okay. So Emma, the only thing I'd say is I want you to look at this shape here, because remember this shoulder is closer to us, so it's wider, it's kind of thicker. So if you can bring it, you'll notice I did the same thing. Can you see I have this like, I started out drawing this like this, and then I realized, no, wait a minute, it's actually kind of a thicker line here. So bring that. I think once you get that, this looks pretty good. Also,
I lost the connection for a while. I'm sorry. I was gone.
oh, I'm talking about Emma.
Okay, good, good. Then I know.
Yeah. Also, this should come down a little lower and over a bit from this line. So look at this shape here. Really double check your line here to see that you've got it right. Otherwise, this looks pretty good. It's looking in pretty good. I like what you're doing up here. I really like that. Look at this shape down here as well. So Emma, these are all just like, this is generally pretty dang good. Look at that shape here as you're structuring. You'll see it's a little bit off from where you've got it. So very nice though. And of course, you know, once you've got it, you can start adding in. All right. Yes, start carving out Somehow, Anik, you're still wanting to make this area too small.
No,
Look,
I'm gonna correct it because I'm just more concerned about her waist actually. If this is fine,
and I'll catch up with you. Hold on, I just have to take the beast into another location. Come here, come here, come here. You're coming. You're coming in here with me.
So there.
Jesus.
Poor Hermes getting evicted.
He's just relentless. He will not stop. So as I'm starting to sketch in these back shapes, remember curved lines are easy to make too big and too extreme. And remember, there's this whole thing, this crazy flipper thing going with the feet. Feet are so huge, particularly when they're coming towards you. Even though these are in the back, they're still coming towards you. So real estate wise, percentage wise, per capita, it still takes up a lot more space. You can see. And then there's, I'm not even exactly sure I've got this right. I am, as you notice, I've definitely been a bit off today, but you really don't know if you're right until you lay the lines down. So you might as well lay them down and then correct them later. I think like the perfectionists are the only ones who really can't be artists because they cannot allow themselves to be wrong. Yeah. You got to be able to lay things down and then correct them. I'm going to put this up because I have another version of this. Hi, sweetheart. Yes, now the good cat is here. Notice how quiet it got. I could have left you with him. You know you wouldn't want that. You have this in your thread, but I'll send across another copy of the picture anyway without the. Here is the sort of unsullied version of this picture, so you can start seeing where things are, but you also have a better version even. Like, yes, this is the magic of. Now I'm going to add in the forearm kind of over the back part of the arm, right? You can see it kind of comes in like this, and then look at how big that hand is. We're going to do a hand. We're definitely doing a hand drawing session, and maybe a foot drawing session, but you may be done with it after I give you the hand drawing session. So can you see how these are starting to fit together? Now I'm looking at it, I'm going to actually have that right. I think I do. I have to sketch that out a little bit more. See how much more arm you need because of that back forearm? Here she is. Here. She's just sitting right here being super good. Because that's what you are. You're super good. She's like, and you torture me. I'm the perfect cat. Why?
Yeah, when you had her, why wasn't she good enough?
Yeah, right. That's what what's Muka's saying to her therapist right now.
Yeah, like what was wrong with me? She got another one. Why wasn't I enough? Poor Muka.
I know. She is. Notice that there's this kind of nice little indentation where the top goes in. You can really see it better. It's a nice sort of dark area where that transition takes place. I'm probably dramatizing it too much. Yes, I sure am, but it's there. As you're starting to shade, you can shade it. That's a nice place to have some shade. Notice we can see the whole side of her. I know this is in color, but I think you guys are pretty attuned to value now. So you can really see the side. Notice part of the breast on this side is really on the side. We can see the side because the side is shaded. Let's see. So how is it? I feel like you guys are doing really well so far. How does it feel? Is it requiring more concentration? Is this construction and the way of handling it working for you? Is it feeling, even though it's hard, does it feel doable?
It does, but only because you've sort of shown the way. I can't imagine starting this from scratch on my own.
Right? You'll get there. This is only your second year. When you've been doing it 20 like me, it'll make more sense. Like our Jessica. It really is it's really about repetition, isn't it? It's about like becoming familiar with the real estate of 2 dimensions. I'm not even thinking about what I'm drawing right now. I'm just literally looking at the shapes. Because if I go, there's ear, there's neck, there's a lot happening here. If I get too into it, and I predict it won't take you guys as long as it took me, but it will get better. Every year you get better. And we'll continue doing this until we all got it. Oh, that's nice. Even get some of those. It's so cool looking, isn't it? The way things come out. It's just like, yeah, you can't think of it at all. I just freaking love it at this. I love like this kind of work. I think this is what makes one accept the concept of negative space much more, of shape and negative space rather than drawing what something is. I really do. I think that this more than anything, because you're just like, well, none of my normal senses can help me make heads or tails of what's going on here. Let's see. Yes. Annika, I want you to look at the direct the size. Here's foot 1. It is the same size as the head. Also, foot 2.
Both are the same size as the head. It's just I don't know if I imagine. No, missing some.
Look at the angle. They're not going down. They're going almost. This one is slightly over. This is absolutely going almost straight across.
All right.
This one's coming down a little bit. You have everything. And then look at this line. This line is barely turning. It's almost straight across. So you see what you've done? You kind of jacked her up like this.
Yeah, I need to make it lower a little.
Right? So rework those back ends. Although, still looking pretty good.
Thank you. But it must look better.
This painting is a lot of work. What the hell was I thinking?
She's at that stage, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Why do I do this?
Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Whatever it
Why
is.
do I even paint? No, so Drawing America is having a contest, and I would encourage all of you to enter if you want some free art supplies. If you know, it's there are 3 prizes in the contest, and which is why I'm doing it, because I think it would be fun. So I actually am doing a one-off topiary cat for it, and the prompt is fearless. So I got a pretty cool image for it, but it's very complex and it's taking a long time, and I knew it, and I'm just like, why do I do this?
So let's see. Nipple 1 is like here, and nipple 2 is here. Talk about a mind, screw here. Wait, it's more like here. There we go. Nipple 1 is here. Nipple 2 is here. Woo!
We should use that in the Leah's marketing.
Right.
You'll learn all about nipple 1 and nipple 2. Yep.
Don't let your children get near this woman.
I mean, I would. I don't think it's a big deal.
I don't either, but people are so they're weird about that.
I know. Literally everybody has nipples.
They do.
They do. It's true.
I'm watching this. I mean, even men can get breast cancer.
They can, but how come it is that men's nipples are totally fine, but women's nipples are taboo?
Because they're too important. Like we're too reliant on them to survive.
Yeah.
Considering I'm still not exactly. Yeah, that's why I like to always. So definitely, I promise you, Emma, we'll do some kind of really janked laying pose. I will put it on the list, but I'm hoping that we'll continue with figure drawing and portraiture till the end of the year. And then we can really get into it. Because I think that would be a fun thing to kind of end the year with. I like the idea. Yeah, you really can't see any. Wow, it really is. I'm kind of looking at this shape here. I think you guys have the pieces now. I'm gonna put this here so you can start looking at this. I'm really looking at this weird kind of torque. It's just strange. This is where we start to see the slenderness of this model and the torque, right? Like, here, since I haven't already mucked this one up, let me muck this one up with so you can really see it. Is anybody finding themselves completely fascinated by the shapes as you're kind of working this figure? I'm looking at how these back legs are looking, and it's just so weird. It's kind of cool, but really. Ah, wonderful. I love it. I love that we have this figure drawing class. For me, it's such I love figure drawing so much, and I never give myself any time to do it. Never. After like all this incredibly heavy weekend of meeting with the public and painting in public and selling paintings, and it was a really successful weekend, but I feel like I've lost my center. When I go through a weekend like that, I lose my center and have to come back as well. Just like basic problem solving. I had a woman look at I have a commission for a farmhouse. And so I was painting the underpainting during the event to show people what that's like. And I had a woman say to me after I finished the underpainting, which is actually pretty good. She was like, I wouldn't know what to do to fix that. She said, I'm like, this is beautiful. I know you think it looks really rough. And she's like, it's just like, and she wasn't meaning it in an insulting way, but she really did mean, I don't know what I would do to fix that. How could I fix that now that you've broken it with your underpainting? How do you fix that? And I'll take a picture so you guys can see it. It's fantastic. Oh, wonderful. Here, take a picture. So here's the painting, like at the underpainting start. And actually, I was really freaking people out because I kept changing it. I kept moving things around and like, here, I'll send it over. I made it too big, then I put it up too high, then I brought it down low, and you can see them all going, Jesus Christ. Like, you can see people just going, this is not what I thought painting was. This is absolutely not how I thought it started. Like I'm a giant bull in a china shop.
Did you have a drawing on the canvas first?
No, I drew it in paint. So that was partly why I didn't have it all in the right, because I like to work in paint, you know, if I'm working in paint.
Yeah.
Sent it over so you guys could see it. It's you know, it's a very bare bones. I have to fit 2 dogs in the front, and I ended up actually doing several. I put it in and then was like, I don't think this is right.
Let's see. Oh, actually, it looks really cool.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does look cool.
But you can see this woman going, looking at it and going, I don't know how to fix that. Once you put that down, I don't like, how do you make it look like all these other paintings? She points all the finished paintings, and I'm like, that is the magic. of the art? Let me wave my hand. Anyways, you guys know the answer to that question.
It's never easy.
Never easy.
It's not. That's like, you know, for the plein air stuff, one of the things I don't care anymore because I have enough experience. But that is one of the things that really deters people from going out and painting outdoors in public, is because the paintings look really bad for a while.
Yeah,
and they do, and mine do too. Like, I have some paintings that will come together pretty nicely, you know, pretty quickly, but there are some that really stay ugly for a long time.
Yeah.
But I know where they're going, but I know that, like, people pass by and they're like not saying anything to me. Like, I know. I can like hear them thinking like, wow, that's pretty bad. Good luck to her. Keep going, little girl, you know, that kind of thing. But, you know, it's just like that condescend, like nobody is ever mean to me. It's just like I can kind of feel like the lack of being impressed. And I'm not there to be impressive to people. I'm not, but I know people's reactions, like when my painting is coming together and when it's looking crappy. But it's really funny because it could be like the same painting, and if I'm in like the beginning and the middle phases where it's really not looking good, like people just like don't say anything. They like kind of like give me the look like, okay, well, I guess she needs a lot of practice. But once it starts coming together, it's so funny. It's like once it starts coming together and I kind of like pass that marker of, okay, this is finally like turning into something.
Not awkward anymore.
Everybody starts commenting on it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Because it actually looks like something now. It's funny. That evolution is very funny, but it is like a little bit nerve-wracking to be out there doing something that you know looks ugly.
Right.
You know it. And you have an audience for it.
That's exactly
it's just the
right. So that's what I thought it was great when she said, I don't know how to fix this, because in her mind, that painting was broken. You know, it wasn't correct, but like she was smart enough to know. Fascinating. It was cute. She was actually really cute. She's like, I would lose my mind about now, which is one of the reasons I like to demonstrate in public. I like painting public, because I think you're teaching people what the real things are, you know, really how it's working.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it was so funny. And she wasn't like, I really didn't take offense because she really wasn't mean.
Oh, no.
She was just like, wow, that's how it starts. And you could see, and I go particularly wild in my underpaintings. I don't really give a shit if I've got it correct. I know I can, you know, I know because I'm structuring, I can fix anything, you know, Jessica, it's that whole thing.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh my fucking God, how can you handle it? And I'm like, hey, I actually think this looks pretty dang good. Because I know where it's going to go.
Because you know where it's going. You're thinking about it in layers. Yeah. It's just so funny, that changeover, like people's reactions from the changeover for like
magic.
Nobody is impressed when it looks ugly. And all of a sudden when it starts coming together, it cracks me up every time. Every time.
That's awesome. It is really funny. But you know, that's why we know it's a language y'all are learning. And it's how to build things in 2 dimensions.
And not care what people think.
This whole side. But I'm closer than I was. Let's see. So this really needs to...
Sorry.
Would love to see where everybody's at. Why don't you send me where you're at, and then I can, if you're on the way, I'll just tell you bravo. And if you're needing a little help in an area, I can help you with that. Good job. Okay. All right. So what I'd like you to work on, Annika, this is looking pretty good, actually. So what I'd like you to work on is the shading aspect.
Okay.
So you can get this where you're going to be able to correct this torque to her back. So
Yeah.
you see, you don't quite have it right. You've got it a little bit more going this way, right? It should be twisting up. So really look at, really look at this,
Okay.
right? To get that shape. And then there's this nice little breast shadow in there. To try work on these areas to really push the twist. But you basically got the shapes right. Nice.
Okay.
Let's see, Emma. Yeah, this whole area, Emma, is so interesting, isn't it? I'd lighten, even though it's dark, I'd lighten what you have here. And then I want you to look at this shape. Just trying to see. I want you to kind of lighten and soften. So number one, Emma, revisit. I like what you've done with the hands. I want you to revisit this shape right here, because I think you've shortened it a little bit with your placement of the hand. And I want you to notice there's also kind of, let's see, what else? I want you to soften your shadows. What I mean by that is instead of having this blotch like that, wait here, like here, right? Kind of work on with your pencil, easier to do with charcoal, right? Kind of softening your marks so you feel like there's more of a transition happening in those bigger shadows. So look at that shape. Look here at what's going on here. Light, darken a little bit. Nice, but very nice. You guys should feel very proud of it. You're going to stop and go, damn, I can't believe I did that. Anybody else want me to take a look? I guess that means you, Anik, if you want to.
I already sent mine.
Oh, you did? Am I losing my mind? Okay.
Yes, yes, you are.
All right, sorry about that. All right, so much better. Yeah, I just work on getting your shading in. So this shape, important, right? Just get your shading in.
Yes.
Whatever you can do. So, Anik, where does your son go when you have your drawing lessons? Does your husband take him?
You see him here.
Oh. He's just quietly, you've trained him to be quiet and do lessons.
No, he's watching a cartoon, but normally because right now outside it's dark, cold,
right,
raining. So basically it's typical autumn. So in here, so he's sitting home mostly after kindergarten. But other than that, they are usually messing around in the city at this time.
Right.
Like playgrounds and stuff. Just autumn. And recently he said that he prefers painting to drawing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I understand. Tell him I understand exactly. Although I now love drawing, but only because I fell in love with painting.
I guess for him it's gonna be like, you know, with time, because paintbrush is easier to hold when you are 4, I guess.
Yeah, what it does is you get a lot more for your single stroke.
Yep,
right.
More impressive,
You get more
immediate effects.
texture. You get all this like in one stroke, whereas the pencil line is kind of frustrating. You don't get necessarily the texture that you would like. That makes sense to me, man.
I guess to him too. We'll see later on, but I'm happy that he likes something.
I hear him. He's talking.
Well, he wants to draw on my picture.
Okay, no drawing on mommy's picture. Actually, that's a big rule in art class. No drawing on somebody else's picture unless they give permission, right? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't like it if somebody drew on your picture. So you have to ask.
You know, it doesn't work this way for him. He was in the meaning that, of course, if I was trying to mess up with his picture, that would be terrible.
Well,
but,
that's the rule. That's actually a big rule of art class. No drawing on anyone's picture. Do you got that, kid? No drawing on anyone's picture unless they say it's okay. That's a rule, or you don't get to be in art class.
I don't know if you see this one.
Let's see. Good job. Good job, kid.
Looking at what we are doing, yeah.
Yeah, great job. Hold it up again. Let's see.
Make it simple.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, there you go. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, we've got about 10 minutes left. Let's make them count. Oh my God, what a fun drawing. You guys all did great. You really did great. Didn't they do great, Jessica?
They did fantastic. Yeah,
You
sure.
really just did fantastic. Bravo.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh. All right. Where are we at, boys and girls?
We're at needing tea. More.
Glad you're giving yourself a day off. That's ridiculous. If you needed to sleep for 12 hours, it's a wonderful thing that you gave yourself. I wish I could do that.
Well, the weird thing about it is that I sleep really well. Like, I'm not sleep deprived. And I took 2 naps yesterday. Right. And I still knocked out for 12 hours. And I slept fine the night before. So I don't know where that came from. And I didn't take anything. It's not like I took a sleeping thing. It was all natural. So I don't know where that came from, but I guess I needed it.
You needed it, and I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, I'm a champion sleeper. That's one of the things I'm like not compromising on.
Oh wait, I haven't even seen the new one. Okay, Annika, work on more shading.
Yeah.
Really notice where the shading is. Get that in there. It should be darker. Good. A little bit more shading. Good job. Do you guys feel like a sense of satisfaction? You really should.
I hope you do.
Yeah, this was, don't you find it in a weird way kind of easier than some of the other things we've done because of the way we've constructed it? There we go, Anik. Nice. Yep, just keep pushing the shading, right? You need more shading. This, remember,
I really like this one.
Shading more dramatic. It's a little bit hard to see on mine right now because but the shading needs to be more dramatic than we think. So did anybody find this strangely easy in a weird way? Not easy, but easier.
Yeah.
Not easy, but really nice.
Manageable, right? Like you kind of felt confident as you were moving forward about how to go, right? I think I wrecked it with this darks. I'll go back in. Okay, this is a job for the electric eraser.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so far great. The best thing that has happened to me. Nice, Emma. Good job, you guys. Really good. Feel like you pass out, go to sleep, have a drink. Like, feel very proud of yourself. This is great. Mine was great until I mucked up the. I need a new eraser. I have it somewhere. That was great until I dropped my little eraser pad. Anyway, really great work. Here, hold on. I'm going to remove the spotlight. I'm going to remove the spotlight. And I'm going to say, great work, everybody. Really great work today. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it.
Aw, thanks, Leah. You too.
It's about to get hairy, right? Like all the relatives, all the things we got to do. Good work. Oh, you're doing that cool blurred background, Emma. I just learned about that on Zoom. It looks awesome. It's very cool looking.
So you can't see the normal chaos.
Right? Or we sense it, but it's not really there.
No, they've all gone out. So
oh, great. All right, everybody. Great work. Sorry.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Great one.
Have a good weekend.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
you too.
Bye.
Bye.